Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We are continuing to chart the Koronus Expanse and are basically just going around finding out what is out there because there's a lot out here and it's all very interesting. But before we do that, I want to briefly talk about colonies because we got one last time and I got a lot of information on colonies. And the information to me tells me that colonies are probably a little bit unfinished. Now, I would assume, based on previous Owlcat games, that there will be a patch at some point which will finish them or make them work better. But for instance, apparently there is a bug where there will be an event at your colony, right? And this event will be a bad thing, right? But if you never go to the event, that event will never fire. If you never actually activate it, that event will sit there forever. That doesn't really sound like that's the way it's meant to work, but apparently that's the way it does work. Currently, apparently security does absolutely nothing. One, because you can just ignore events completely, so it would do nothing anyway. But two, because events will still trigger no matter what your security level is. To me, this doesn't make a lot of sense if I was designing a system. So what we're going to do, just with that knowledge in hand, is we're probably going to treat it as if it's real for now and see how things feel. Not because I think the information is incorrect, but more because I think it's very correct and I want to try and play the game, I want to say as intended, but more meaning like I want to play the game with the restrictions in terms of resources that they would have designed it for and see how it plays. It could be that it's just like boring hassle and we don't worry about it, but yeah, we'll try that for now. And if there's a patch, we can figure out how the game is meant to be played. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, we need to figure out where to go next. Now we could go immediately for the story quest. I'm not entirely sure if there's a reason to go for the story quest. I guess the reason for going there, apart from, to advance the story, is that it would be another world for us where we can start a project. Now, apparently in terms of time, by the way, each system that you go to is about a day. So if you go back and forth between systems, you can advance time in a way. It's not really like, advancing actual time, but it's just like after a certain number of jumps, your project will finish, basically. So yeah, so if we go here and get us a planet, we can get a project started, which will then mean that we move that further along. But I'm not sure entirely how beneficial that is. I mean, it probably is beneficial, but I'm just meaning I'm not sure if that's something that we have to do ASAP or whether we'll pretty much complete it anyway. I'm considering going here. I know this says that this is a red route, which probably means it's very dangerous, but what we could do is we could lower the difficulty down a couple of tiers with our navigator's insight. And then maybe we can see what's over here. Just do a little chart over here and work our way back down to this. I think that could be fun. That sounds like a fun thing to do. So I'm going to do it. We're going to go to the Orselio Prophecy. Now, do we know anything about the Orselio Prophecy before we go here? I'm sure we've heard the name Orselio before. I don't see it on here. Anyone got any quest for the Orselio Prophecy? No, that's fine. No. Okay. Oh. No. Okay, so there's no information here immediately. Interesting. Just double checking where companions want to go. Yeah, so it's neither of those. Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to have a look. Okay, well, I think we're going to go here. So, before we go, I would like to make the route difficulty unsafe. Yes. So we're going to use 2 points. I don't know if that's a waste of points, but hey, it's something a little bit out there. Well, let's go. Warp travel. Lord Captain, I bring dire news. A feud has broken out between the clans that maintain the void shield arrays. Rumour has it the late Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, and so one of the families called for a rebellion against the usurper of the voidship. That is, you. So far, no one believes their mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of the compartments. The ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. The decision is yours. Okay. Let's see here. So we can find the source, destroy the rebellious clan, pacify the entire Void Shield crew, or have no desire to meddle in the affairs of ancient void ship clans. You know what? Let's find the source of the rumors and punish those responsible. It's kind of in-fitting with what our character may do in the world without being too harsh, I think. Let's do that. Lord Captain, a seneschal Versarian would say, there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire void ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I'll convey your wishes to the enforcers later. Right now, the unrest must be stopped and the people returned to their direct duties or replaced. Okay. Ooh, so we can say my wishes are for the enforcers to sort the situation before we forfeit the crew wholesale. Investigate the rumors and find the real culprits and no violence. Okay, that's what we're going for. I'll see to it, Lord Captain. Oh, she didn't sound happy. Okay. But we made it here. Let's chart new routes. Let's see what we found. Oh ho! So what's over here? So that's Dargonus. Dargonus is miles away, although this map is also absolutely huge. We also found Adermat 2. Okay, cool. So we found, you know, quite a lot here. Yeah, so I think we go to this one, then maybe go to Crossroad of 100 Dreams and work our way down if we can. That could be cool. Let's go to the Orselio Prophecy, though. Let's find out what's going on in the Orselio Prophecy. Just out of curiosity, is that Cassia's last name? I'm trying to figure out where I've heard the thing. Biography is not available. Ah, it's not helpful. I'm like, I'm sure I've heard the name before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's do some pirate fighting. Yeah, let's fight some pirates. You know what? Let's do a quick save. Then let's fight some pirates. Let's see how this goes. Okay. How many are we against?
I stand ready to serve you
One.
and the Imperium, Lord
It
Captain.
is a powerful ship, but there's only one of them. Okay. Well, we want to start with any forward-facing ones, because we're going to turn at some point. It can't hit you right away. Could torpedo, but that's kind of a thing to do later. Yeah, so I think I want to go forward slightly. Maybe even forward like this. Actually, let's go forward this far. Then we can shoot our dorsal at this one. Yeah. Let's do that. Just realized their ship is almost identical to ours, which is okay. We could shoot this at that one. I think I'm okay for now. Just checking that we don't have anything else we can shoot here. No. Okay, so we're going to turn. Which will then let us shoot here. Okay, we're weakening the side here. We're then going to go alongside. And we're going to shoot them directly in here. Okay. Keep going. And turn. And then get some torpedoes at the end here. Okay. We're not at port. I'm going to reinforce shields at the aft. There we go, so that will protect us at the back in theory. Could turn them. There's no real reason to, though. They're not going to be able to get to us next time, I think. I think we're going to be fine. They're just facing the wrong direction. Okay. Yeah, so they're not really able to shoot that well. That's fine. Well, we can do a quick turn. That's actually perfect where things have ended up here. Alright, go around like this. Cool. Right. Why is it perfect? Well, because when we turn around, we're facing their weak side. So let's do a swing run. There we go. Go forward as far as you can and take some shots. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we don't have much else here. You can torpedo control though. Get these in a little bit further. Let's get them closer. Not within range yet, but they are closer. I'm going to raise our starboard shields because they're the ones that are weak. And then we're just going to wait. So their torpedoes go up here. They should run out at the end of this turn. Yep, so they did nothing. They shot our torpedoes. Which is fine. It means they're not shooting us, most importantly. Now they're facing us. They did put out a few more torpedoes. Oh, wow, that was a lot of damage. We can head to here and explode. Yeah, head here. That will hit the torpedoes as well, which will be lovely. Explode. Okay, that did damage. See what we can actually hit here. So I think if we head up, like, seeing where we want to be. Let's head up here a little bit. A little bit more. Yeah, then we can shoot the side. Actually, cancel that. Let's head up here. Then another one. I want to make sure I'm hitting their side with this. Yeah, then we could hit them. I don't know why that's saying we're hitting the front, but I think we are hitting the side there. Also dorsal them right here as well. Let's dorsal to start with. Okay. Followed by using our starboard cannons. There we go. Cool. We could do more missiles if we wanted to. Kind of want to get out of the range of these if I can. I think if I go straight forward, we might be able to. Just seeing where I can shoot. Yeah, I think straight forward and then raise. I can't raise starboard. Oh, it's already up. Okay. Let's do that. And then I could turn it. I don't think there's any reason to right now. Let's end turn. Yeah, so they don't have a way round to us because we're at the wrong spot for them. They shoot our reinforced shields. Okay. They are now directly behind us, which is not ideal for us, but we could do a swing run, which seems good. That now means that our main guns are facing them. Okay. Go a little bit further forward. Take a shot. Nice. Then we're going to use Warp Wave on them, which will turn them, and that will do last bit of damage.
Blessed plasma fire.
Nice. And then we're going to end. These guys are going to turn around. And that'll be the end of their turn. And then we win.
All clear. Congratulations, Lord Captain.
That was a lot more damage than I wanted to take, but that was okay. We faced a ship that was equal to ours, and we came out significantly better. Okay, so now we want to go in voidship management and just repair that last bit of hull damage. So we did make more scrap than we used, which is nice. Now we can explore this, basically free. Oh wait, quick save. Now we can explore this basically free. Let's go to the space dust. Got some trophies. Alright, this one. And flood victims. It appears that a large void ship recently dumped a huge load of junk and faulty parts from orbit. The debris that did not burn up in the atmosphere is now blocking the flow of a mighty river. This dam is causing the river to overflow, flooding the banks of a nearby valley. A herd of large hoofed rodents has gathered along the riverbanks. As if the animals lose their usual habitat, they are doomed. Okay, we can have a great hunt, or we can remove the space debris from the riverbed. Well, I mean, this is the 40k universe, and these are Xenos in my eye, so we're gonna have a hunt. Okay, that got us provisions and uniform kit. The Great Hunt brings plentiful spoils and lifts the crew's spirits. The right to take shore leave and partake in the hunt is also so coveted a prize that many are willing to sell their belongings, make hefty bets in card games, and even fight in improvised tournaments to win it. Cool. Now, I did think of something last time. If I go to my... I need to remember the button. Well, I mean, once we come out here, it should be on the side. If I go to my cargo list, right? Where is it? Cargo manager. Right? And I go right to the bottom to some of the stuff we got last time. What's in these kits? Because these are kits that we got from... Some of these are kits that we got from... like, just from planets. But surely they must be filled with actual weapons, right? Or maybe it doesn't work like that. Maybe the cargo list is not equal to the cargo. Which is probably how it works. Yeah, I bet if you find one, yeah, I don't think you actually get the actual items. I think it's just only appears on your cargo list. Okay. I was just checking, because I was kind of curious. Maybe it does work like that, and I just didn't spend long enough looking, but it makes sense if you got a bunch of ranged weapons that you should be able to see them. Although I guess if you get anything good, it will tell you, so that's fine. Begin scan of the lava planet. Alright, next one. This one had the pirates round it. What were they after? They were after Promethium 5. Now we have a contract for that. Fuel for the faithful. We need 5 of that and we get 3 profit factor. Wonderful. I will put our extractum there. And I will then complete the contract. Wonderful. Right. That just seems good. Yeah, we got the stuff. We got profit factor increases. You'll love to see it. Right. Quick save. Time for us to go to a new system. Okay, that worked pretty well. Let's go to the crossroad of 100 dreams. Almost said 1,000 dreams, but that's one too many dreams. Lord Captain, we have an emergency. We've received word that there's been a sighting on the lower decks. Voxmaster's voice breaks. A sighting of Lady Theodora. The messages we have received are incomplete and vague, little more than yelling and hysterical claims. There are reports of casualties and unrest. The compartment in question has already been sealed off, but I thought you might want to look into what's going on yourself. The situation is delicate and, what's especially disturbing, there are mentions of Idira Tlas being present at the scene. What's Idira doing there? Idira broke her micro bead, so I wasn't able to find out anything from her, but Lord Captain, Idira is a psyker and we're in the warp. You are the only one who would risk setting foot in that compartment. And if you do not, we will never see Idira again. I beg you, Lord Captain, do not ignore this matter. Despite the carefully maintained distance, Vigdis's voice trembles with fear. I'll deal with it personally. I need the exact location. Right away, Captain. Or Lord Captain. Okay, let's figure this one out here. Jay, this is probably your one to sit out. Well, we'll bring Heinrichs. It seems like he might be Useful. Yeah, he seems like the kind of person who we want to have hanging around for this one. Jay's kind of focused on, like, outside the ship issues. Okay. Echo of the past. Let's have a look around. We got tech use here. Oh, on pause.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
There we go. The instrument terminal, important part of the compartment's internal infrastructure, appears to be in working order. Okay, so is this one compartment? That's it. Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Keep your eye on the prize.
What have we got over here? The breath of the Imperium. I feel the same thing whenever your resident witch is around. We are close, says Heinrichs. The cogitators regularly display reports on the screens, endless chains of symbols, many of which only high-ranking tech priests can likely understand. That's the default text for one of those screens. You get it in the tutorial.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I too feel something drawing near, but I do not see any colours. The whole world drained of colour the moment we set foot on this deck. Okay. Just waiting to see if anyone else has any insights for us here. Because it seems that they might. Just waiting for Cassia's voice line to finish, which is effectively what that is. Right. Well, we have some dead people. That's never good. Awareness 75. And now who deigns to grace us with their presence? Another gaggle of heretics and traitors, thirsting to get their due for what they've done. Or is it the leader himself, who has finally grown tired of hiding behind others? Theodora von Valancius is before you, and she looks grotesque. A hole yawns wide in her chest, rusted hooks protrude from beneath her skin, and a lumped inflamed scar cuts across her throat. The figure flickers, as though it is dropping in and out of this reality. She looks at you with whitish eyes of a corpse, and smiles venomously. Rogue trader, we meet at last. I had grown tired of waiting for you to pay me a visit. Theodora's look is appraising, and her mocking tone turns to one of distaste. Indeed, centuries of selfless toil and effort, and everything I left behind has gone to this non-entity. Magenta's eyes spark with fury. Warp illusion, be gone. Argenta, my dear, there's no need to make such a fuss. Why don't we sit down over a cup of recaf like we used to? I'll listen to your rapturous tales of sacred relics, portents, and your special path. You must have been so lonely without me here. No one else is willing to listen to your ravings or help you with your childish treasure hunt. Theodora laughs melodiously, almost without mockery. At the sight of the terrifying Theodora, Abelard's face turns sickly pale. Throne, spare us from the cursed apparitions of the arch-enemy. Is that what you are truly praying for? I can hear how fast your heart is pounding, Viserion. I think deep down you hope this apparition never ends. What are you? Theodora's lips curl in a malevolent smile. What, you ask? You dare say that to me, little boy? I am Theodora von Valancius, Massimo Afscaris, rogue trader of the Imperium and commander of this voidship. Alas, my glorious voyage through life was ended in the dullest possible way, by death. A nuisance I staved off as long as I could, but do not weep for me, my boy. I am still keeping an eye on my property, and punishing those who failed me. Theodora bares her rotten teeth in a snarl, her laughter piercing. You are not Theodora. Theodora is dead. There is no coming back from that. I'm dead? How is that? I'm no different from those who have not yet crossed the divide between reality and eternity. I see, I speak, I remember the wrongs you all committed against me. and for all those who failed me, I have already begun exacting my retribution. I am truly Theodora, the remnants of herself that she left behind in this world. I am an echo of her memories preserved in the minds of those who cared for her. I am the taste of tears spilt for the unsaid and the undone. I am the terror of she who failed to turn the tide of fate and who refused to look truth in the face. I am as real as the human passions that bring worlds to ruin. If you were Theodora, then tell me, who really killed you? Oh, wouldn't you like to know the answer to that question? I don't even know which would be more satisfying, to give you an honest answer or leave you to languish in your ignorance. We'll see how you conduct yourself, little boy. Where's Idira? What have you done with her? Me? What have I done with Idira? Theodora laughs mockingly. All I did was turn that little mutt from the fringes into a true servant of the Imperium. I gave her toys, I cleaned up after her antics, I provided her with everything she could ever dream of. Oh, I had great plans for poor little Idira. What you want with me? Why were you waiting for me? Theodora wearily rolls her eyes. Matters are so dire that the pleas of one of my servants breached death's veil to reach my ears. How could I ignore such a desperate cry for help, and from my little Idira no less? Once I appeared here, of course I had to meet the pretender who has allowed this deplorable state of affairs. Well, I'm sorry we could not help you, but you do not belong here. Theodora tosses back her head and laughs. The scar on her throat opens with a wet sucking noise, curving into a horrible facsimile of a smile. He feels sorry for me, wretched, spineless creature. No, the only one worthy of pity here is you, boy. But do not expect any. I am not here to console you. Oh no. I am here to seek retribution against all who failed me. My brainless crew, my useless officers, my pathetic servants who turned their backs on their mistress in her darkest hour. And worst of all, you, my dear heir, you who will have undeservedly claimed the warrant and everything else that is mine. I will drag it all to the warp with me, including you. Alright, well, that is not good. That is definitely a bad sign. So Idira cried for help down here and inadvertently summoned a warp creature who's taking on the personality of Theodora. Okay.
I've read about this.
That was a pass? Okay, cool. The lines on the screen look fuzzy, as though the cogitator's readout system or its data storage has been damaged. That's interesting. Okay. The people's remains have been hideously mutilated. The flesh seems to have melted at the edges and is thickly coated in stinking mucus. Well, this is obviously a fight arena. Let's ignore that.
Pay attention.
Okay. I will pay attention. We'll grab that. What have we got here? The wall lining is dented, as though someone tried to break their way out. Okay, what's along here?
Let us not dawdle.
Is this anything? This is nothing. Okay, so we got some workers down here. They are going to turn into demons. It's just a thought. I'm just saying. Let's see.
I always have a backup plan.
No demons? Okay, that's surprising. Only darkness can be seen in the open breach of the macro cannon. Okay. A huge cell ready to be loaded into the macro cannon breach.
Keep your wits about you.
Well, there's Theodora. Where is she? I clearly remember her being around here somewhere. Theodora's lost Idira. A spilt liquid, cloudy and carrying strong chemical smell, is the coolant used to stabilize the major cogitator systems.
Rise to the top,
okay,
or get left in the dust.
I'm feeling like we're meant to be getting clues from these somehow, but I'm not sure what clue we're meant to get. Oh, there's Idira. Ah, there you are, my little coward. Why won't you look at your captain, Idira? Okay. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Look at her, boy. My little Idira is utterly trapped in her visions. No matter. I will allay your doubts. Lord Captain! Idira turns her head to you, but her demented gaze only rests briefly on your face before sliding away. Up close you can see that the base of one of Idira's temple implants has blackened and melted. No, wait, Lord Captain, Lady von Valancius! Idira raises her eyes to Theodora, who stands before her. Tears stream down Idira's cheeks. You came back! Theodora clucks her tongue in sympathy, reaching out to tenderly stroke Idira's hair. Poor little Idira. There, there. How could I not come? You were crying for me so desperately, your pleas carried to the very depths of the warp itself. The smile suddenly drops from her mutilated face. Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you warn me? Answer me, you insignificant wretch, or I'll drag the answer out of you myself. Theodora's fingers dig into Idira's scalp, meeting no resistance.
Stop mocking me.
Idira lets out a soul-chilling howl and tries to grab the hand tearing into her, but her fingers pass through the monster's flesh. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything that could have had anything to do with you. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I failed. Ah! Idira breaks into a strangled scream, and you feel the air around you grow rapidly colder. Argenta wordlessly swings her weapon up and aims it at Idira, who is struggling in the monster's hold. The Sister of Battle looks at her without an ounce of doubt or mercy. Argenta, stop! Argenta wrinkles her nose at your shouted command and lowers the weapon by a few centimeters, but she does not put it away. So we can say snap out of it for Vigdis. She's going out from mind with worry about you. Snap out of it or I shoot you myself. I'm your captain, listen to me and snap out of it. Kill Idira or watch what happens. Let's try I'm your captain, not her. Listen to me and snap out of it. Idira shudders and goes limp. Then she blinks, disorientated, and looks at you. Lord Captain. Damn it. Theodora shoves the psyker away with a low snarl. The rogue trader's body begins to change, losing its human shape. Chaos will devour you. It will devour everyone responsible for my death. Die! Die for the delectation of my lord. Oh. Yes, horrible. Oh yeah, of course the demons. Well, this is truly awful. Idira's on our side. Do we get to control her? We might. We might get to control her. We get to go first, but then there's a pretty big gap before it gets to Argenta. Warp Beast also gets to go fairly early. The workers are against us, but they're not actually they haven't all turned. Mental manipulation is here. Okay, so we might want to kill them early as well. Maybe start here, work our way over to this side and just start shooting them. And try and get to this side here. That could be something for us to do. Okay. Argenta, you go fairly early, but we still want to get you good cover. I think this is your best cover here, honestly. Idira's stuck. Pascal goes next. Pascal. Cover matters much less for you. I'm going to put you here as a blocker for these guys. Try and make it so they can't get past. Cassia. Cassia, we want you in the safest position we can find, because you are weak. Heinrichs, where you are now is not terrible. I think you would be better here, because this actually provides great cover against people down here due to line of sight. Then Abelard, you are going to go... Yeah, you're going to go here. You're going to go here. And then you can work your way up here next turn if you need to. Start the bath. Well, maybe I start you here actually. And let's get, well, let's at least put you in cover and get you ready to attack the warp beast. Yeah, that could work. Okay. So immediately I need to put these down. So let's go with front line is here. What have we got? Blitz stratagem. Okay, we don't need that. That's fine. Next up we got backline. It's going to be here. And then rear is going to be all the way back here. Okay. Run. Then we want to just start killing the workers. I think we start with this worker. Yeah, we do. Actually, before we do that, I can hit you with one of these. Yeah. Oh, wait, we can do it from here? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you just to kill a worker, because I'm assuming that they can turn into more demon later. Then joint analysis. Seems good to me. Then we'll switch to our weapon, because we want to get a parry chance when this guy attacks us. Right. What are you doing? You're just kind of wobbling? Okay. I want to see what they did, but we'll do that in a second. That's fine. You threw a blinding grenade at me? Okay. So what did the warp beast do? It did manifestation. At the beginning of each of the demon's turns, all creatures around it must pass a willpower resistance test or face horrors of the warp. It then did boons of Tzeentch. For 1 round, the sorcerer randomly grants one creature one of Tzeentch's gifts. Might have changed warp mist or voice of the Lord. We've got voice of the Lord, which is a willpower resistance test or be stunned. And then veiled degradation went to 14. Actually, it went up even further. Okay, cool. We're now disturbed. Okay. Cool. I mean, you should probably go down here and start just murdering workers. To me, that makes a lot of sense. So maybe go down here and let's start with one of these to increase momentum. Then maybe something like this. Yeah, that looks good to me. Hey, we got one. Jay, tactical advantage applied? What do you mean? Jay's not even here. Hey, we can then shoot, which is a guaranteed hit, I believe, based upon the thing that she has. What was it? When you do a single shot with a bolter, it automatically hits the target? Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to kill you. I just want to check if that's true, by the way, what it said there. That does not look like our hit chance was 100%. To me, anyway. But maybe it'll do something like... yeah, maybe it'll do something like if you do miss, then it'll override it. But to me, that reads that our hit chance is 100% if we use single attacks with bolter weapons. I don't know. Anyway. This is all fine. I could revel in slaughter. It's 1 AP now. If I do it next turn, I get run and gun. But wildfire only costs 2 now, so I could do that instead. Yeah, let's revel in slaughter this turn. That's fine. Cool. Well, you're doing some stuff. That's fine. Not worried about that at all. Idira. That was a bad move. Why are you using psychic powers? Oh, just spamming hunt down the prey, but not doing anything with it. Okay, so let's start by whacking you. Okay. You could then do this, which should in theory kill. Do it. That did not do a lot of extra damage. Is that really the full damage that it does? Let me read this again. 75% extra damage. Where was that 75% applied? I want to see where my extra damage came from. Where's damage? Damage modifier. +9 for 113%? That doesn't seem right. 113%. Base plus frontline. That did 0 extra damage. Alright, good to know. That doesn't work. Right? Because the base damage is 9 to 13, 9 to 13. Oh, wait, no. Base damage is 10 to 14. Wait, why is it 10 to 14? No, Pinnacle of Weaponry increases it by 1. So it's always 10 to 14. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that just did nothing in my eyes. Maybe I'm wrong. Did 17 damage. Wait, where did I get 9 modifier from? Is that the 75%? So roll 12. Okay, so this is it. Okay. This is my extra damage. Because it rolled 12. 75% of 12 is 9. It did 21, then it got reduced to 17. It just wasn't a very high, well, wasn't that it was a very high, wasn't a very high roll. It's just that their armor was very good, I think. Yeah, well, not even that. It just doesn't do that much damage. Alright, whatever. I don't know, like stack some more on Theodora. Cool. Workers heading up. Lining up for Argenta next turn. Okay, Cassia. Give Argenta another turn. Then immediately give her that turn. Okay. I mean, honestly, I think I just kind of start firing, like, along here. Yeah, something like that. I hit nothing. Alright. Oh, and I don't have enough to use wildfire. Oh, because it... Yeah, okay, never mind. Because it's my bonus turn. That's fine. Cassia, you got more to do here. Why don't you inspire Abelard a little bit? Okay. Heinrichs. Could use Killing Edge to do extra damage to something. I think him heading over here and helping us is probably, like, very good. Wait, yeah, why don't you head here? Then charge in. Okay. Then hit. Yeah, that seemed like a good use of your time. Okay, Abelard, I think the Warp Beast is probably your target. I am a little worried about that worker, but, like, what can I do? Let's make you my sworn enemy. Then switch to your weapon that's better. And hit it. Okay. Follow up with an Endurer. And a Bulwark. Okay, our turn. We cannot see there, so we can't shoot there. Could head here, and then we can potentially shoot. No, we can't shoot anything from there. Wow. Could head here. Then we could shoot. Apparently do 0 damage. Apparently. Could go there and then shoot down here. It's just not showing me damage percentages. That's okay. Right. Oh, it's because I'm using the wrong weapon. Can't cancel everything. I'm using the wrong weapon. I can't see anything in its blinding stuff, I guess. That was saying here. Maybe. Let's head up here. That looks good. That looks good. That doesn't look very good. Do you have a lot of armor? You do. You know what? Let's run up here and dismantling attack you. That I think will work really well. Just reduce armor down to nothing. Yeah. I think that's going to help us, because now if we were to shoot it, we would do a little bit more. I mean, we would actually do less because we have run out of analyze enemy stacks, but we would do more if we had the same stacks as we previously had. Right, let's shoot down there. Alright, great shot. Do this. Okay. And then analyze enemies. For joint analysis, that's what I meant to do. Cassia, you got an extra turn. I forget why you get that. Oh, when you use a heroic act, you get an extra turn. That's it. Or an extra couple of AP. Let's voice of command Abelard. Just boost him up. And let's glimpse of fate Idira. Just to make it so she's less likely to randomly die. Okay, Abelard is good. Pascal parries. Argenta. Shoot down here. Although maybe use wildfire first. Yeah, use wildfire. Then you shoot, so you're spending 2 AP to use your 2 AP move. Yeah, it's much better. We got him. Reload. Okay, so this will always hit because it's a bolter thing. Shoot him. Nice. Okay. And then Revel and Slaughter is your final move. Wonderful. Right, that seems good to me. You're now coming to attack Pascal. Idira gets her turn. Yeah, little perils of the warp. Love it. I mean, by that I mean I don't love it at all. But that's okay. Pascal. If I hit from this side, does that trigger? That probably doesn't trigger the opening, huh? That was not what I wanted to do there. Okay, well, anyway, I've done it. Let's move here. There we go. Hit him. Get back into cover. Or not into cover, but into... get back into the zone. And shoot. Nice. That kind of worked-ish. That was not really what I was aiming to do that for this round, but we did it. It worked. Right. Nice. Pascal, have some extra stats. Pascal, have an extra turn. Okay. Where's the opening? Do you not have an opening on you? Ah, well. Hit him. Nice. I can't even hit you from here or do anything. Can I see anyone? Nope. Alright, well, cool. It's fine. Let's use Inspire on Abelard to increase his damage again. Cool. Heinrichs. Move here. And endure. Right. Abelard. Start with Sworn Enemy. Charge. Nice. Endure. Bulwark. Daring Breach. Which will give Cassie another turn afterwards. Followed by hit him. And hit him. And hit him. And hit him. It didn't give Cassie another turn. Maybe it's only the first time in combat, not the first time per person. Okay. Extra stacks. Followed by a little bit extra damage. Shoot him.
I'll see to it personally.
Seemed good to me. Oh, I could have moved frontline on top of them as well. Oh well. Nice parry. Argenta. Let's use wildfire.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Shoot him. Okay. This is free, right? It's 1 AP. I thought it was free, but never mind. Because I thought it was our first one, although we did reload this weapon, so it would be our first one. That's fair. Right, kill them. Nice. Running gun. Just seeing. Yeah, no, so we can only do a single shot here. Will we actually move and then shoot?
The enemies of the Emperor will be.
Nice, we killed them. Now there are 2 blue horrors. Okay, not ideal. Nice parry. Although it is pretty good that they're both hidden behind Abelard. Please stop trying to do Perils of the War. And please stop using my medikits for 1 healing. Okay. We leveled up as well after that, by the way. Get up here and fire on them. Actually, get up here and dash in. Followed by... I just want to dash to the literally the other side of them. Which should have... Does that not make them bleed? Maybe I never took that. Right, hit him. Okay. Shoot him. Nice. Okay, they move forward slightly. Cassia. Boost Malachi stats. Just because we haven't done that yet. And then give Abelard another turn. Okay. Hit him. And then 3 stats. Okay, Cassia. I could have increased his damage first. Should probably do that at the start of turns. I guess I'll just I'm actually going to Glimpse of Fate Abelard right now. There we go. Heinrichs. Get down here and charge.
The Emperor is on our side.
Okay. Just hit him. Nice. Seemed good to me. Injure. Nice. Right. Blard. Hit him. Nice. Taunt. And then get yourself some stats. Although they passed the test anyway, so they're not taunted. Okay. More stacks. And surefire plan, which then increases our damage. Then I'm going to use perfect shot, which will increase our like chance to hit, I think, and then we'll shoot. Right. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to use wildfire. Wildfire gives us extra, or gives us an extra move that we can do. Let's do that. I'm going to switch weapon. Can I reload for free? No. I always ask, and the answer is always no. Right, you're going to shoot up here. Cool. And then going to shoot up here again. Which is actually stacking versatility because of the wildfire buff we found previously. where this should only grant the next attack, like immunity to having to be a different attack for versatility, but actually grants every attack that. Then we're going to use that, increase our damage. It doesn't really matter, there's only one enemy left, but anyway, whatever. Please stop wasting things. Don't use all my medikits I equipped to you. That's why you shouldn't give her medikits. It's because she'll waste them. Absolute wastrel. Right. Shoot. We got him. Wonderful. Idira stares at you with crazed eyes while clutching the wounds on her head. At first, no sound comes out of her moving lips. Then she coughs weakly and whispers, "Lord Captain, is it really you?" Argenta trains her weapon on Idira and watches you closely. "Are you alright?" Idira removes her hand from her head and tries to wipe away her tears, leaving bloody marks on her face. Then she touches her burnt-out implant, frowning. I don't know. It should be quiet, but in my head, the whispering's louder. It shouldn't be like that." This abomination claims that you called her. Is that true? Me? Did I? Yes, Lord Captain. I think it was me who called her. I can barely remember the voices. My old good whispers, they suddenly turned red, sharp. They started cutting, tearing, ripping me to pieces. I cried out, called for help. She came. Idira groans and clutches her head. Damn it, why are the voices making so much noise now? Shut up, shut up. Has anything like this ever happened to you before? Like this? Never. Well, there was something, but it was different. It wasn't as strong or as terrifying. Apparitions appeared, mechanisms malfunctioned, the crew lost their minds. Idira breaks off. But Lady von Valancius knew about that. She said it was a small price to pay, an acceptable expense. No psyker is immune to it. But what happened here? It was just a mistake. I won't do it again. Idira stretches her lips in a helpless smile, looking past you. There'll be no more mistakes, Lord Captain. Argenta grits her teeth. This is not the first time this heretic has caused the deaths of her crew. Do you remember the incident on the mid-deck, Idira? What did those honest souls ever do to deserve such a fate? To be turned into mutants and attack their own families? You are a monster, a heretic. If you have any humanity left in you, admit what you are. Shut up. Idira moans. Quit your preaching. You're the worst out of everyone here. Sometimes a psyker's first manifestation leads to their death and the deaths of many others. If the psyker possesses inordinate willpower and discipline, they can stave off their fall for some time. Idira has been alive many years already, a laudable achievement, and a stroke of incredibly good fortune. But the forces of the warp will ultimately devour any psyker deprived of the Emperor's protection. The fact that these manifestations are growing more powerful is a clear sign that the end is near. Oh, okay. Hey, it's kind of a balanced response from Heinrich. He's like, Idira's done very well. She's survived a long time. Every psyker who's not got the Emperor backing them up is gonna, effectively do this at some point and get worse and worse. Okay. It's fairly balanced. He still says killer, but it's fairly balanced for a way of saying it. The previous rogue trader has been seen on the ship recently. Was that your doing? Yes, Malachi. I did it a couple of times when I'd had too much to drink. At the time I thought I heard her voice among all the whispers in my head. The voice was so sad, so clear, I couldn't help myself. I answered. I hoped I could reach her. There. Idira bites her lip. Ever since she died, since I first heard her voice in my head, the whispers have gotten louder, clearer, harder to resist. You hear the warp whispering in your head and you answered? Are you insane? How difficult was this? I imagine not very. Oh, it's more difficult than you think. You don't know what it's like. The most important person in your life who's now gone forever suddenly starts talking to you inside your head. How could I not try to reach her? I had to. She falls silent for a moment. When she next begins to speak, it is in a barely audible whisper. I know what you're thinking. During the warp jump, when Lady Theodora came out toward us, I kept thinking about that meeting. I kept blaming myself. Why didn't I divine it? Why didn't I stop her killer? Those thoughts have been playing at the back of my mind day after day, choking me with guilt. But do you know what? The one on the officer's deck. I don't know what that was. But this time, here, this was a product of my guilt, an accuser straight out of my own mind. So what am I supposed to do with you now? Idira turned sharply to face you. Malachi, I know after everything I've done, you have no faith in my willpower or my strength, but I can fix everything. It's just I'm not at my best, you see, but maybe we can find a way to replace my implants, or some other remedy, a better one. Lady von Valancia said that such a thing could be found, if not here, then elsewhere. I just didn't need it before, but we just need to find it. We need to figure out where to look for it, and we'll get it. Until then, I'll keep myself on a tight leash. Okay. What will happen to my crew while we look for this remedy? Idira swallows and straightens. I'll pull myself together, Lord Captain. The death of Lady von Valancia has knocked me for 6. I'll get myself under control. No more booze, no more obscura, nothing. And I'll stop walking around the lower decks. I'll be stone cold sober. She determinedly wipes the tears and blood from her face. Okay. So you can not kill her and let her go, which just seems like a terrible option. Have Argenta or yourself kill her. I'm not going to do that, because I run in these games with what I'm called, well, with the Owlcat Games, I have what I like to call the companion clause, which is we roleplay everything to a certain point, unless it's about a companion, right? If we got a way to add a companion to our group, or a way to keep a companion in our group, we try and stick to our path as best as possible while also 100% keeping them in the group, right? We don't want companions to leave because then their story is over, and although it's kind of cool that we would have a story without Idira, which is unusual, I want to have the story of Idira because it's probably more interesting than not having her, if that makes sense. Anyway, so none of these are what we're going for. So it's 3 or 2. And out of these 2, it has to be 2, right? 3 is just needlessly rude. So I want to help you, Idira. We'll think of something. Idira covers her face with her hands and tries to hold back her sobs. Thank you, Malachi. I won't let you down. You are making a mistake, Lord Captain. Perhaps you will find something to slow the decline, but it will not stop it. Only a miracle can save Idira Tlas now. Okay. I'm not entirely sure, but like, is there any reason why she couldn't somehow become a sanctioned psyker? I don't know what the process is to become one, but to me, that would seem like our way around it. I guess she would have to, like, go through all of the training and be actually sanctioned, which I'm assuming is probably a lengthy process, but I don't know. It seems like that would be the path we'd want to take. Idira awkwardly shakes out her stained clothing. I think I'd better... With your permission, Lord Captain. She sways, takes a step back, and faints. Lord Captain! Vox Master's shaking voice comes over the comm-bead. I received a report that the shooting on the lower deck had stopped. I presume you brought the situation under control, awaiting further instructions. Oh, dispatch servitors here and put her out through the airlock. You didn't say, I'm going to help you into the airlock. No, we're going to say, obviously, we got rid of the warp solutions. Idira is alive. Bring her to the chirurgeons and have them see to her. It's obviously like surgeon is the second part of that, so it's chirurgeons. Kind of awkward word. You hear unconcealed relief in the Vox Master's voice. Of course, Lord Captain, as you command. There was a chest up here. The whole time I've been staring at that chest. Right. Grab it. Battle Psyker Boots. The wearer gains percentage bonus dodge until the start of their next turn for each enemy affected by their Psi Power or Psyker staff attacks. Machine Right set, and then Unsanctioned Psyker Warp Conductor Gloves. After triggering your psychic phenomena or perils of the warp, Psi rating is increased by 1 until the end of combat. Wearer gains momentum and temporary wounds equal to their resolve. I mean, that's kind of cool. That gives you a reason to use warp powers on the unsanctioned psychers. That means that you've actually got like a bonus if you can get it work. So you can get a bonus if you get your negative, right? Like if you get the bad spawn, well, suddenly your psi rating goes up and then your next attack is even more powerful. That's kind of cool. That's the generic, you know, you've seen a computer screen message on that one there. Okay. Oh, loot. Any loot up here? No, so it's just these guys. The mutants and the mutant bombers. Were they not called workers in the fight? And now they're called mutant bombers outside the fight? Interesting. It might be that they just didn't change name, but it's kind of cool. That,
When I was a child, I was once initiated into some of the mysteries of tech ministry. I still have questions that you might be able to answer, Magos.
Unexpected voice line for, like, no apparent reason.
The imparting of knowledge to laity who lack the proper initiation is an unfortunate necessity, not a sign of trust. I am not at liberty to divulge the mysteries granted to me when I received my rank.
Is that it? Yes. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I'm wondering whether it was meant to be like while the vision was still going, they were workers, and then outside the vision, they're now mutants. I don't know. Anyway, to the bridge. Right. Let's see if anything else happens here. Also, I'm wondering what would have happened had we chosen different options on the previous one. Probably nothing. But the previous one where we could have done something to the crews, like if we had just wiped the entire group, would that have done anything? Oh no, it probably would have made me feel worse about like letting Idira live, right? Because it would have been like, if you wipe out the entire crew because of it, and it's actually, no, they did actually see Theodora, and it was Idira who did it. Like, that's a lot worse than us just being like, well, we investigated and tried to find out what the source cause, right? You know, slightly different scales. Although those other people did die. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.